Welcome to Rolling Through the Reels, a look into the film and video archive of the Baseball Hall of Fame Museum. We have thousands of hours of film, video, and audio recordings, and we want to share some of those highlights with you. You're going to see some vintage interviews and footage from Hall of Famers, some of your favorite players, fans, and anyone associated with the game. So sit back and take a look at baseball's history.
You continue to work in this game, coaching, managing the minors, teaching young players not only the fundamentals of the game, but respect for the game that you had. What is it about this game that keeps you working in it and so passionate about it?
Well, I've been doing this since I was 18 years old, and when I signed my first name on that professional baseball contract, I became a professional baseball player. And to spend all those years in the game, I have an appreciation for what this game stands for. Going into the Hall of Fame in 2005 really was a reflection on me of that year, thinking of all the people that helped me and all the trials and tribulations that I went through to have a career. And now I have a feeling of wanting to help younger players and any player get to the major leagues. I know the benefits from it, not only financial, but just the experience of being a part of a team and being a part of history in this country.
Okay. You've been a member of the Hall of Fame now for a few years. You talked about your induction a little bit. You're clearly still very much a fan of this game. From that fan's perspective, not necessarily from a Hall of Famer's perspective, but from the fan's perspective, what's it like for you visiting the museum and seeing artifacts from today's game to artifacts that are hundreds of years old?
Well, it's still mind-boggling to me, just to think that this game has been going on for so long. And for me, I think I picture back to the person that was wearing this glove. What was their life like? What they do on a daily basis? What they do? A lot of them worked in the off season. Where they live? What were the conditions? I kind of put myself back in history that way as best I can, and try and picture myself back then. Which kind of says about me, I'm kind of an old school guy, but not that old. So it's all about the history for me, and going back in time for me, from way back when to present.
You hear so much talk about potential Hall of Famers. You hear sportscasters talk about a Hall of Fame-like career. What do you think are the qualities necessary to make a Hall of Famer?
Well, for me, it does start with the career. We talked about numbers before. It's about the numbers. It's about longevity, and it's about being one of the top players in baseball for an extended amount of time, over a 10-year period, dominating his position. That's all-star games, it's MVPs, it's Cy Youngs, it's batting title, it's all those things, whatever position the player's playing. But to do that for a long period of time and to play at that level for numerous years I know how hard that is. And that's what separates the Hall of Famers from the average professional baseball player.
Okay. Next year will be the 30th anniversary of the trade that changed your baseball life. Talk about the experience of being traded from a team that drafted you, brought you up, how that affected you as a young ball player at the time, and then how the trade really allowed you to become one of the most dominant second basemen in the game.
Well, the trade from the Phillies happened after my AAA season with the Phillies. That was my fourth minor league season with the Phillies, who drafted me. It affected me in a way that I was being groomed and preached upon about being a Philadelphia Philly and dream about playing at Veterans Stadium, and I heard that for 4 years. And when I was traded, I looked at it as, wow, I'm not going to be a Philadelphia Philly. But what it did was it created an opportunity for me to go and to be a major leaguer and to break into the major leagues. I went to spring training that first year, played three different positions in spring training games, and broke as the third baseman that year. So that was the opportunity that presented itself, and I tried to make the most of it.